Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Student Life Talks. I'm your host, Tiina Sefi. I'm the digital content creator for FYE North here. And today we're doing an episode about Ignite, and I'm here with Jessica. Jessica, did you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm the student advocate at Ignite. I am currently in the Hotel and Restaurant Operations Management program, going into my second year actually, and I did graduate from the Culinary Management program back in April of 2022. I've had a lot of involvement in student life with being in the orientation team, in SPM, a senior peer mentor. I've also been with Humber Global, assisting as a global learning ambassador, so helping out with international students. I think that's some of the stuff I did.
Yeah.
There's a lot more, but
You're very involved.
Yeah,
You're very involved.
I'm very involved. I'm very involved.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about Ignite and what they do and how they help students?
Yeah, for sure. So Ignite is our student union.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know what Ignite is. So
I didn't know what Ignite was when I first came. I'm like, okay, you guys give me prizes.
I didn't either. I just knew there was like a lot of concerts and stuff. And I'm like, oh, cool. A Fetty Wap's coming. So I'm like, I'll go.
Yay, Frosh.
But I guess like once I started to get to know Ignite and working for Ignite, I got to learn a lot more of what they offer. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the support is for students to make the experience a lot better while they're here at Humber College and also Guelph Humber, because we oversee them as well. Mm-hmm. And some of the things they do is based on like career success, our leadership and advocacy, which I do, wellness and financial well-being, and the fun one that everyone loves is like social events and opportunities.
So like Frosh, and then like what's the one in April?
April we have is Hype Hall.
Yeah, so those are the two big events, right?
Yeah, Hype Hall, Frosh,
Real Talks.
A couple of Real Talks we've had. With a couple like big names like Jesse Reyes. And
last year was good.
Last year too, yeah. We had like Jonathan Osorio, Alec Manoa, which are some people that we have, but we've had a lot of people come out and talk to students about their successes, their failures, and how it's okay to be a student and it's okay to fail because that's life.
Yeah, definitely. I really liked the Real Talks last year. It was really fun.
Me too.
Okay, so what are some resources Ignite offers to better support students at Humber, and where can students find these resources?
Yeah, so a lot of students don't know about a lot of the resources, which is great because I'm here to tell you about it. But some of the things we do are like our free tax clinic where we file your taxes. We also offer menstrual products for students whoever needs them. So we also offer scholarships like our Indigenous Scholarship, Pride Scholarship, Black Excellence Scholarship, and our GLOW Scholarship, which is a scholarship which offers $2,000 for students in work integrated learning opportunities. So those are some things there. Another thing is our FRP, our Financial Relief Program, which is up to $500 for students who are facing a housing crisis, childcare issues, abuse. They could apply for that, and that opens in the fall again. We do it at least every semester.
Okay.
I'm thinking what else we offer, because we do offer a lot. Headspace, if you ever need some mental health care. It's an opportunity, like I know they have white noise sounds or sessions on breathing, yoga, a lot of free stuff. We have that too.
It's like the guided meditation, right?
Yeah, guided meditation. I used it, but my mind's everywhere, so it doesn't help. I'm just like, why are they talking like that? It's kind of cute.
I like his voice though, it's Australian.
Trust me, I try to listen, but like I'm more of like a Wiggles listener. Trust me, it's kind of silly, but I listen to like their music and then makes me sleepy. I'm that weird.
I think it's just because you're a mom and your kids, and that's comforting.
I think that's what it is. But those are a couple of things that we offer. If you want to see more, we just visit the website at ignitestudentlife.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then wait, can you actually talk about like the insurance stuff that Ignite has?
Yeah.
Because when I came in as a student, I was like, why are they charging me like $116? I don't even know what this is. Like, how do I access it? It's like,
I forgot the big one, the insurance. So first off, you got to visit the website, We Speak Students, and you can find out all the information on what your coverage offers, because there's different tiers. If you want more dental care, if you want more health care, drug care, there's 3 different options. insurance.
Okay.
You even have an option to opt out if you don't want to have the insurance. But I still say that it's beneficial because if you want to get your teeth cleaned, if you need glasses, my favorite one is chiropractor and massages. I utilize those. I think I ran out pretty quickly with those ones. But yeah, those are the opportunities that you could use with the insurance. If you do ever have any questions and find any stress with getting information or getting help with your insurance, you're always welcome to walk in, chat with us online, call our line, or even visit the website and get more information as well.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know, like, a lot of students don't know about that. Like, I didn't know about it until last year when I met you. And I was like, wait, what? I pay for this? And you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
No, honestly, like, I feel like some students don't ask too many questions.
Yeah.
And I want them to know that Ignite is very welcoming. I know we're just like off to the side sometimes, you know, at Lakeshore we have a K building, we're there, but North Campus, like we're far behind like the dental office. But we want to make sure students feel welcome walking in any time and to ask them any questions if they feel like very insecure about anything. Just we're there for them. They can shoot me an email at jessica@ignitestudentlife.com and reach out to me if they have any questions, and I'm down to answer.
Yeah, that's good. It's great. Yeah, especially with the student insurance thing. Like, we have dental on campus. I believe Lakeshore also has it.
Yeah.
We have a massage clinic for students, and we have Chinese medicine, which I think is also covered. So, like, there's a lot of different resources on campus that you can use it on, so you don't have to opt out. Like, you can always opt in and use it for those things. So it's really nice. Yeah. Okay. So, Jessica, you mentioned that you're the student advocate for Ignite. So what do you specifically do to support students? Like, how do you support them?
I actually advocate on behalf of students. I just sat down with President Anne-Marie Vaughn because we sent her a letter early in July to discuss advocacy priorities that we have, which include international students with their tuition fees. We also talked about wellness and mental health well-being and mental health. We also discuss work integrated learning opportunities because we know that not getting paid for those opportunities and having to cut back on your actual work hours is very, very stressful.
Yeah.
And also getting the support from the staff that need it, because a lot of students aren't getting responses when they're like, hey, I need help finding a position, or hey, I need help with something. Like, students don't like to talk about that. So we want to make students feel comfortable about that. We also discuss food security, which is very important on campus because all the food is really expensive and the quality sucks.
Yeah.
So what is like a $5 pizza that's this tiny, but the crust is like that thick? Like, what is that? That's not fair that students are paying so much for food that isn't presentable while not getting the best service either. So we're advocating that we could get better food vendors on campus. We're advocating to expand our frozen soup program. I met with Colin Bartley, who is the associate dean in the hospitality department, and I spoke with him about probably using the food that usually goes to waste and giving it to students, or trying to find a way to kind of not reuse it, but not throw it out. Because being in the hospitality program, I've seen a lot of food waste. So we basically, what I do is just try to make students' lives a little bit easier. We want them to finish. We want them to finish and succeed while also having all the necessities they need, like, covered. So we're pushing for that. So
that's really good. It's good to hear that someone's like advocating for student success and not just academic.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you talk with everyone, like, they're like, oh, you have academic support here, you have academic advisors here, you have career advisors, which is all really great to hear. Like, I'm really happy that I'm like supported in that way. But like, how are you going to support me financially? Like, how are you going to support me with food?
Which is like also another thing is that Ignite offers is our learning essential support, which is, I don't know if you've seen like those fees on your account where for like lab and material items.
Oh yeah, I got those.
Yeah, so Ignite can give back a certain amount to you.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So if you apply on the scholarship page and you fill out your application, you could get some of your money back. So when I was in culinary management, my knife set cost I think it was like $550, something like that. I got back a portion of that.
Okay.
So it's like there's a lot of programs that are covered, and it depends on the semester you're into. So Ignite's going to launch that as well, so I'd suggest to look at that. But we do care about financial security. We want students to feel safe. Last year, what we did was a financial relief program, which is where we gave out parking passes to the students, and we did like a surprise like kind of pop-up thing where students could walk into one of the vendors and we paid for their food.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I got my Subway paid for.
Yeah. So it's like a bunch of food that was given out to students, and it was an opportunity to talk to students and hear their feedback, with a lot of students saying that sometimes they didn't eat all day, and it was nice for us to like do that because they got to eat. Yeah. So it's like those important things that we do, and we're advocating on behalf of them. And we don't only advocate, like I mentioned, on Humber side. We do advocate on the Guelph Humber side as well.
Yeah, I also like they advocate for international students. I think that's very important, and I feel like I'm domestic, but like I have international students who like are my friends, and I know that it's really hard because they're here on their own most of the time, and like it's good to have that extra support for them so that they can move forward. It's like they're in a whole different boat than like us, right? Because like they don't have their family here. They came all the way from a different country. They're all alone. They're figuring out by themselves. So like it's nice that you advocate for them too, and you're supporting them as well.
Yeah, and something like I could also mention with Ignite is that we hire a lot of international students. Like you don't need a work study to work with us. So when you do see a position open up, I would suggest apply, do your best to try. If you can't find something on campus, apply for Ignite. And a lot of students have fun doing it. You could be, brand ambassador. You could work as a CSR, like anything fun. Yeah. Or maybe one day even apply for my position. Like that's what's fun about Ignite, that they're open and they make everyone feel like at home. Yeah, there's so many different things that you could do there, which is really nice because you guys cover so many bases. So a lot more jobs. Yeah. It's really good to hear. Okay, so the next question is, how'd you get into Ignite? Okay, so I was actually about to finish my program. Okay. And my friends were like, hey, you should try running for a board of director. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to come back for another 2 years of school. So I saw the opportunity and went into like a listening session and heard what you could do. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I got the signatures. The signatures and submitted my application. And then once that was done, I ran for elections and people voted for me. But I honestly think people voted for me because I told them that I'm really dedicated and hardworking. Which you are. I guess. But I also mentioned that I came back a week after my C-section and people were like, huh, she's crazy. But it's that because crazy. It's because like, I want to finish school. I wanted to finish school and I don't want to get pushed back again because being a mature student, I feel like I get pushed back and then you don't end up finishing something. Yeah. So I just wanted to show people that anything's possible. So that's why I came back. So I got elected and I decided to take another program, which is the one I'm in now, the hotel and restaurant operations. Love it. Don't regret it. I had the time of my life being as a BOD, and I got the position as a chair. Okay. Gotten a lot of opportunities to speak with a lot of senior admin, which I do regularly now. But I also get a chance to, advocate. And I started off there, and now here I am as a student advocate. Nice. Yeah. So what's the difference between student advocate and then board of director? Like what's the different roles? Okay. So my time as a chair as the board of directors was a lot of the things we did was approvals. Okay. So if anybody from Humber wants to increase fees, they would have to come to us, present us something, and we would have to approve it or decline it. Right. So we would have to look and see like what fees are reasonable, if that increase was okay. Another thing that they did was approve different bylaws, including the new one, which will include an IGS student, making it from 9 to 10 students on the board of directors. We approved that. The past board approved the menstrual products in the washrooms. Nice. And they've also approved a emergency fund for Ukraine students when the war began in Russia and between Russia and Ukraine. So that was another thing that they do. But as a student advocate, I do a lot more of the talking and meeting people and getting things pushed forward. As for the BODs, do a lot more of the, okay, yes, we agree. No, we don't agree. We're not moving it forward kind of thing.
So like students go to you if they're like, I need help with this. Who do I have to contact? Who do I have to go to? You're the person who makes that connection between them and the department that they need help with.
So I would be that person they would go to. The BODs would be the ones that get presented an item, and they would have to approve that for the student body.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, for you right now, for students, are like the first initial person they would like raise that question or the concern, and then you kind of just make sure that whatever support they need is followed through.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. So you kind of went over this, but how can students apply to be part of the board of directors? Like, what's the process like? And then, what's the process like, and why should they do it? Like, what's a good reason for them to do it? Is there any benefits for them?
Okay. So first off, you have to be a student in the following academic year. And you also have to have good grades, because you want to make sure that, you know, you're keeping up with your grades, because it is a little bit of a balancing act too.
Yeah.
But other than that, I wouldn't see no other reason. Like, you just have to come in knowing that you're here for the students, and sometimes you have to put your priorities aside because there's other priorities you have to face. And it's an opportunity for you to kind of learn what's going on at Humber. So I feel as a benefit, you get to learn behind the scenes of what's going on. You get to meet with people that you probably don't think you can meet as a student.
Okay.
And you get a chance to basically build your portfolio on how to be a leader, communication skills, time management, and like I said, how to prioritize things. But other than that, no, I'd say run, do it. Like, if you have a little doubt, it's okay if you don't get voted. You're still, like, you know, doing something that is out of your comfort zone. Run and do your best.
And put yourself out there.
Yeah, put yourself out there, because you don't know what you could advocate in behalf of. Like, just do what your best. I just say run, do it. Just go and do it.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, last question. What's your favorite memory? Or like, what's one that stands out to you? If it's not your favorite, like, what's the first one that came to your mind when I asked you?
Okay. One, like, top moment would have been the last board meeting I had last year. And I say that because it was just kind of like a year. It was a year. We had so much things that we've done, and I had like so much going on personally. But the thing that I loved about the group of members that were on that board of directors is that we all became really connected. So at every board meeting, I would have a little gavel, like Judge Judy.
Like, oh my god! Like, wait, would you say like order?
Yeah, I would have.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
If it got like a little rowdy, but I don't think I've ever did that. But I would be like, meeting adjourned, or call this meeting, whatever, things like that.
Yeah.
But I had a little gavel, and I felt the right way to adjourn that meeting was to have every single one of those members adjourn it with me and hold the gavel together.
Aww.
So I said, look, guys, let's do it together. So we all grabbed it, and it's like we all said, meeting adjourned. And I felt like that was like such a nice moment, because these students were part of my success. I was part of their success. And it's a memory that I'm going to treasure for the rest of my life, as that like being the chair. You know, and I'm happy that they trusted me in that position, and I'm happy that I got to experience that with them.
So we did talk about how you support domestic students and students overall, but how do you specifically support international students? Like, how does Ignite help them?
Yeah, so one thing is that we do meet with senior admin, like I've mentioned, and we actively vote against increases and about the international tuition freeze. So we really don't want international students paying more than they need to. We know their struggle. I have a lot of students who tell me that they're working 2-3 jobs while balancing school, and it's still not enough.
Wow.
So we're really voting against any tuition increases.
And then as for like bursaries or like tuition bursaries or scholarships, like, are those available for international students as well?
Yeah.
And like, where can they find those?
So our scholarships are all on our website. Once we launch, we do post it all over social media.
Well, thank you so much for coming on our podcast, Jessica, and talking about Ignite and what you do. It was really nice to have you. Yeah, so stay tuned for the next episode, and thank you for listening in. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram at Humber North FYE and Humber Lake FYE, as well as following Ignite at Share Ignite.